If you've got a weak stomach, you may want to look away right now because we're about to show you the lowest of the low personal attacks from the candidates and put them to our no bias, no bull test. First up, Sarah Palin, who has been leading the charge as the McCain campaign accuses Obama of being friends with terrorists. Here's what she told a crowd in California over the weekend.
Turns out one of his earliest supporters is a man who, according to the New York Times, was a domestic terrorist and part of a group that, quote, launched a campaign of bombings that would target the Pentagon and the U.S. Capitol. Man. These are the same guys who think patriotism is paying higher taxes. Remember, that's what Joe Biden said. Now, this is not a man who sees America as you and I see America. We see America as a force for good in this world. We see an America of exceptionalism. Yes, USA, USA. Our opponent is someone who sees America as imperfect enough to pal around with terrorists who targeted their own country.
Tom Foreman with us now to put Palin's attack to the election center no bull test. What about it, Tom?
Well, Campbell, this highly charged accusation that Obama is palling around with terrorists is aimed at his association with a man who was a domestic terrorist, according to the FBI. William Ayers is in his 60s now, a college professor in Chicago. But as a young man, he was a founding member of the Weather Underground, a radical group that set off bombs in the Capitol, the Pentagon, and other places in protest of America's Vietnam policies. Ayers and his wife spent 10 years on the run, finally surrendered but avoided jail time because investigators made mistakes handling their case. More than a decade later, Ayers met a young, rising politician in his Chicago neighborhood named Barack Obama. He hosted an early political gathering for Obama, donated to him, and the two worked together on the boards of a couple of nonprofit groups. And that pretty much appears to be the extent of their relationship. So Obama's friends say it's ridiculous to hold him accountable for things Ayers did back when Obama was a child. Obama's foes, of course, say yes, but he kept company as an adult with this man, and he should not have. Ayers is not talking. But does all of this add up to Obama palling around with terrorists, or as the governor is saying it now, seems to have altered her language a little bit, being willing to work with a former domestic terrorist, or a man who was a domestic terrorist? Overall, we'd have to say no. Ayers' terrorist activities are 40 years in the past, and their adult relationship, while apparently cordial, does not appear to have been particularly close. Obama has specifically denounced the idea of violent protest, including Ayers' radical past. Campbell?